Hello, and welcome to the podcast, a podcast where we talk life, work, and occasionally music. My name is Switchblades for Kids, and the other half of the podcast...
Hello, it's me. It's the Beetle. It's the reincarnated Beetle himself.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Blake. How we doing? How we going?
Doing good.
What are we up to? Where are we? When is it? How did I get
couldn't
here?
even tell you, dude. Dude, it's been such a slow day. When you sent that message, it was like, hey man, we've got to record today. I was sitting out in the backyard and I was just watching the kids play, and I just finished whittling. Like, I know it sounds so so retarded, but I was like, Mav was playing with this like little bit of fence paling. And so he was just whacking fucking bubbles that Quinn was blowing. So she was blowing bubbles, and he's just got this pail, and he's just like whack, fucking like smashing shit. And I'm like, hey Mav, bring that over here. And then I was like, hey Quinn, go and get me a texter. And I drew out this like outline of like a gun, and I was like, I'm gonna make this. And like full on 5-minute crafts. Just got like a saw, and I was just like.
Nice.
Just fucking pumped out this like gun, and I got like a fucking I got one of my knives, and I was just like whittling, like, so it was all nice and smooth.
Yeah.
And Maverick like gets this gun, and he's like, ah! And then,
I love it. He's like, it's a gun. Yeah. Grab it by the barrel and swing it.
Didn't care that it was like, oh, it's supposed to go like pew pew pew, you know. It was fucking use it and just go whack.
Yeah, just hit things. Hit things. Oh so, man,
that
classic
was
Mav.
Cool.
Classic Mav. I will admit, I too have just been hanging out with the kids a lot. It's been nice. It's the dream, honestly. We dude, actually, you know what? Before we get into anything, yesterday we went on an adventure. We've been doing this more often, where we just go explore shit, right? Yeah. One of the boys from work was like, oh yeah, you got to check out this creek down, you know, he told me where. He was like, it's down here, it's like 30-40 minutes out of town. It's fucking awesome. I'm like, alright, beaut. So we go through this long ass drive out there, and anyway, we get to this spot that he was talking about, and I'm like, man, this spot sucks. Like,
this place
stinks. It sucks so bad. Like, the creek was just all rock, and this tiny little creek, and it looked like it kept going as all rock for fucking ages. Like, in both, one direction was barbed wired off, and the other way was just open. And I'm like, this is pretty shit. I'm like, what if we follow the creek down, and maybe we'll be able to find like another spot, you know? Yeah. So anyway, there's my son just banging on the door. Hello, I'm recording, bud. Please stop banging on my door.
Don't you realise it's Sunday morning?
Yeah, it's Sunday morning, dude. This is chill time. But yeah, anyway, so we followed this creek down, and it goes on through a paddock. So it's like a main street, or like a main road, a council road, but it goes through private property. So we get onto this paddock, and surrounded by cows. There's cows fucking everywhere. And we're like, I'm like, this is pretty cool. Like, put the windows down. Like, they're like within touching distance, and the kids are like loving it. Anyway, we pull up at this little crossing, and I'm like, this looks like the spot. Like, this looks like the spot. Yeah. So we pull over, get out, like walking around, having a look, get into our swimmers and stuff, and we start exploring. And out of nowhere, right, two things: herd of cows. Right, in the walking down this creek, right? That we're walking up, so we're walking in the against the cows towards them, right? So we literally walk through a herd of cows, around them and like amongst them, and we sort of cross paths. They keep going the other way, we keep going this way, and a random dog, no collar, no nothing, just runs up and is like, "Hey, I'm friendly," and we're like, "All right, cool." So we explored this creek through a herd of cows with a dog that wasn't our own, and we found a little swimming area in this creek, like this tiny little, you know, the whole time you're walking through, it's like ankle deep, you know, like walking on like rock beds, it sucks, you know, it's horrible. I actually hurt my foot from doing it, right? Like, it sucks. I hate it. I'm like, I need some water shoes or something. But we finally get to this tiny little clearing that is like genuinely like up to my nipples deep. Like, it is. That's awesome. Is proper deep. Yeah, it's like sick. It's a sick little area. So anyway, the kids have a bit of a swim and everything, but it was like the coolest thing, man. Just on a random Saturday, we went for a drive, surrounded by cows and silence and a random dog swimming in a little creek. And like Jackie's like, did you bring your phone? It's like, no. No, I actually didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, did you bring yours? She's like, nah. It's like, how good is that?
Yeah.
It's like, how good is that? And we just fucking hung out, man. We just hung out for like an hour in this creek. It was good. It's just essentially what I want to do. I just want to do more of this shit. Like this.
What a core memory for like.
Right.
I hate saying core memory because it's like it's just something that your kids will never forget. It's like that time that like mum and dad took us to this weird place, and then there were shitloads of cows everywhere.
Yeah.
And a friendly dog, and we went swimming.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome.
Like that's literally what it is. It was just this weird little like, and because it was where we crossed, it was the smallest crossing out of all of them that we crossed. Right?
Yeah.
It was the smallest one, but for some reason I thought because I saw on one side it was grass, so leading into the creek, so you actually walked on grass to get in like into the water, right? And I was like, that seems much nicer.
Yes.
Like that seems much nicer than the fucking rocks. And then I could see up one side of the embankment, like it was like a clear run, like you could just walk the whole way down. So I was like, well, if we walk down the creek and we don't want to walk on the creek anymore, we can just go up on the embankment and walk back. That's exactly what we did. You know, you spent like an hour going down this creek and you're like, fuck, I must have gone a long distance. I definitely didn't. I absolutely did not. Oh no, Zach. Oh no, it's me. Oh no, my internet died.
Is it me?
We're back.
We're back. We're back.
Oh, dude. Technical issues.
Minor technical issues.
Minor. Woo! Go. I love internet. Man, I love the internet.
Yes. Speaking of the internet.
Look, I'll be honest. I'm glad that we're going to keep in that story because it was a fun little thing that we did, and I really enjoyed it, and I want to do more stuff like that. But anyway, that's what we did. Other than that, all I've been doing is like dreaming of owning a farm for the last like 12 months, and especially the last like 3 months. Yeah. It's all I've been doing is dreaming about this farm.
I would say you've been dreaming about this farm for at least 2 years.
Oh yeah, probably 2 years.
I think it was when you got this place. I think you told me you were like, I'm already thinking about the next one.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's excellent.
Yeah,
and then I think it was like 6 months after that, you were like, dude, how fun's gardening?
Yeah, literally. I was like, dude, growing stuff from nothing? Oh, man. From a tiny little, something that you can barely even see, turning into something you can eat. Like,
and I knew that you were on the trail of like,
becoming a fucking hippie.
I can grow things. And that was like, in less than 3 years, Blake will be a farmer and he'll have a tractor.
Yeah.
And it'll be like,
you know, farming simulator, like how I always wanted to play farming simulator with the boys. Yeah. I'm just gonna do it in real life instead.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna do it in real life. It's just easier. It's just easier than organising the boys to get on and play some fucking farm simulator. Yeah, dude, we should play farm simulator just quietly.
I'm down to play farm simulator because it's on Game Pass.
You've played it, hey?
I have.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
We should stream really Farm Simulator. We should stream Farm Simulator, man.
It was actually, I think it was me, you, and Jono, or
and Moe, the
cars,
four of us.
We were just like,
we just rammed each other with cars and stuff. Yeah. No, we should actually try and farm. We should actually try and harvest something.
Let's make a farm.
But how you been,
while
man?
you're making a farm.
Yeah, that's it. How funny. It's like I had a friend, just real quick. I had a friend who had a truck driving simulator. And guess what his job was?
He was a truck
driver. Dude,
that was the car mechanic simulator, dude.
Yeah.
The car mechanic simulator was like, man, I really find this interesting.
You're like, I am a mechanic.
I was a mechanic.
Why do we do this stuff, man? I don't get it.
It's so dumb.
I don't get
I do this in real life. I can do this in a video game.
Literally, like, it's like I've found the one thing that is my entire personality, and it's all I want to do. It's all I want to do.
Maybe, and this might be way too like esoteric, or maybe I'm reading too far into it, but like we play a lot of shooter games because we want to experience combat, maybe. And that,
I post
that's why we play
like
chivalry is like, man, swords, shield.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be sick.
I put so many like posts up about like on Trad West and stuff like that.
Yeah,
where it's like men only want two things. It's like to die in glorious hand-to-hand combat and to have a farm with a family and 10 cows and it's like men only
couple
want
of
two
acres.
things. Men only want two things. And it's true. Dude, isn't it true, man? Like there's two ways that I want to go out. Surrounded by my family who I love, like on my deathbed quietly, everyone around. And then the other way is swinging a sword, holding like to the final second. Like, it's
just getting mowed down by a superior combatant.
Yeah, literally. Just getting absolutely...
the only way to go down.
Getting my shit handed to me by someone who's much stronger and better than me.
It's a weird thing too, because like, think about this. We've got like simulators for like combat, like especially for shooting and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
we
you can go and play airsoft. Well, no, I mean,
you mean gel blasters.
So like, you can do gel blasting, real paintball and airsoft and stuff like that. But if you want to feel the thrill of beating a man to a pulp, you box or you kickbox or you UFC.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like there are physical combat sports, and
I'm thinking about joining it. I won't lie.
So am I.
Yeah.
So am I.
Yeah.
And I want to get my kids into it as well. I think they would fucking absolutely go nuts. And I think you're thinking the exact same thing. Like, man, karate or taekwondo or fucking jujitsu or something like
that. I'm hoping wherever it is that we buy this farm, because I still want to be close to like a major city. Like if we go Tassie, we're pretty sure it's Tassie. But if we go down Tassie, like within 30 minutes of like Hobart or something like that, or Launceston or Devonport, or some form of major city where I could do some martial arts of some sort, whether it's like I said, taekwondo, karate, fucking like Muay Thai, boxing, kickboxing, something that me and the kids could go. And to be honest, all four of us could go, especially if we don't really need money too much. If we're living off grid, we work on our own time. You know what I mean? Like, I want to homeschool the kids. Like, I reckon that'd be sick. Yeah. So, like, doing all four of us going out to, you know what I mean? Like, all four of us sign
just
up
like a little gym and getting fucking wild. Yeah,
why not? You know what I mean? Like, get immersed in the culture.
Yeah. Well, look at the Gracie family, man. That's what they fucking they made their entire identity about being the best Brazilian jiu-jitsu like fighters ever, and they are. They're just like their whole family.
BJJ
that's
is
what they do.
It's you do BJJ if you want to actually hurt a person.
It's weird though. There's like. Actually, I want to say this before I go on to my rant about BJJ, because I really like BJJ.
Yeah, so do I.
There's other things that, like, I don't know if it'll work in a street fight, but there's times where it's like, it did work in a street fight, and especially watching Lats.
Literally.
Literally
watching BJJ take place in a in a bar, in a club, and like
right
him literally,
just
are surrounded by gay dudes, right?
Yep.
And Lats literally just stopping a fight.
Yeah.
Just single-handedly.
Just grabbing a dude and just going...
literally single-handedly
Yeah.
dropped him to the ground and said, "You're okay, you're good, not gonna hurt you, just calm down." The whole time I was watching, I'm looking at Lats and he's like, calm down.
Because me and you were at the bar and then I would just go...
and then here's Lats on the ground choking someone out. I'm like, alright, well, I guess I better finish this drink.
Wait, we're not getting that one back.
Yeah, I was like, well, we're not staying here. I'm like, this is the coolest club that we've been to today, so I'm like, I'm like, Lats already got us kicked out of one place. I think we definitely aren't staying here.
The one thing about like actually doing like say a combat sport or something like that is I was talking about it with Kim last night, and we were watching, funnily enough, Maths. Married at First Sight, right? And it's just because it's like that guilty pleasure, fucking sit there and know that they're all like actors or they're getting produced and shit like that. Yeah. And it's like, it's supposed to be reality.
It's definitely not. It's absolutely not reality. Like, we know that.
No way.
We know that.
No fucking no. And so watching that, but one of the ads came on and it was for footy. And it was like watching, NRL and shit like that, and all these dudes getting fucking like pumped up and they're scoring tries and fucking making good passes and dodging motherfuckers. And I was like, that looks really cool. Yeah. That's great and all. And Kim was like, do you reckon we'd ever like start watching footy again? I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to watch people play footy. I don't give a fuck.
No, neither do I.
And she's like, oh, well, what's going on? I was like, because you know what? I'd rather play.
Yeah.
I'd rather play really shitty footy and watch football.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, I think someone fucking, it's probably like a real Fight Club fucking reference to be like, it's masturbation. Just like you're watching sports instead of doing the sport.
You'd rather be the person doing it. You'd rather be the person doing it.
Yeah, and I think, doing the actual, this is where it like comes into, actually doing the martial art or doing the, the combat sport and whatever it is. That would be the fucking absolute, like, the closest we could get to getting 60 million friends to fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, for sure.
It's the closest we can get to the literal,
like,
fighting a whole
living
another
like a
empire,
Roman. Living like a Roman.
Yeah.
Like, it's the closest we can get. Yeah, I feel that.
We can get there. We can get there.
Yeah.
And I feel like the next step is like becoming as dangerous as possible.
Dude, I've got to show you that YouTube series. Yeah. There was a YouTube series I watched recently. I might have talked about it last week. Where your children, scream.
That's Maverick.
I thought that was Quinn.
No.
Where it was about self-defense, and it's like all these weird situations. So like they fight on a bus. Right?
Oh, yeah. I remember you showing me this.
There's like a zombie one. There's like a knife attack. There's like just a bunch of other different things. The knife, like I said, I think I said last week, the knife one is fucking, you just don't fight a dude with a knife.
No.
Like, these guys are professional fighters, and they died every single time. Like, they all died every time. Like, one dude had like 37, 40, 50 stab wounds.
Yeah.
Like, in the span of like, it's like 15 seconds, not even that.
No,
because the dude's just literally like non-stop.
I heard something about like the thing about knife fights is, and I've heard this a long time ago, is the winner dies in the street. Oh, sorry, the loser dies in the street and the winner dies in hospital.
Yeah.
Like your knife fight, it doesn't matter how good you are with a knife fight. Like you have two guys with a knife.
Yeah,
you're fucked. If you're the one guy with a knife, it can easily turn around on you. It's not a guarantee.
Yeah, that's it. Because you're right. Because this is the thing. What everyone says is you don't notice being stabbed at the time. That's the thing. You feel like you're being punched. Apparently, this is what people say who have been stabbed. They're like, didn't even notice I got stabbed. I thought I'd been punched.
Yeah.
So the adrenaline running in your body. You're both just stabbing each other. Yeah. You're both dying. That's it. At the end of the day.
Yeah, you're both just leaking the fucking
you're both
life
dying.
juice.
You're both just dying. Knife fights, and there was one situation there where it was like, they basically were told like eyes closed and then a situation will happen. And each time it was different. So at the start, it was like they counted down from 5 and on 3, the guy pushed him. So that was the first one. So it was like, out of nowhere, like his eyes were closed. He pushed him at 3. So it was like they have to figure out what's going on, fight back, whatever. And one of them was like after he counts, the guy counting himself. So the guy counts down from 5 and then the thing happens, right? So he counts down to 1. He opens his eyes. There's a knife right in his face. And the guy goes, give me your wallet. Give me everything. Only one dude fought him. Everyone else was like, all good, man. All good. Like, pretended to grab his wallet. You want my phone? Here's my phone. Here's my phone and wallet, man. All good. No worries. All right? Yep. Happy days. Walk away. Only one guy fought him. And funnily enough, the one guy who fought him, like, caught him off guard. And, like, they just...
because he would have expected the exact same thing.
And so they fought for a while. He didn't actually get stabbed. And he managed to run out of the room and shit. But, like, essentially, knife fights, you just don't. You just don't.
Yeah. No.
I watched.
How many times have you seen dudes fucking like the when Live Leak was a thing?
Yeah,
you'd see like bar fights happen, and then like one dude be like, "I've got a knife," and then the next thing is the whole fucking floor is painted with blood.
Yeah.
It is just fucking. It's a mess. Yeah. Like you don't want to be a part of it. No. Don't do it.
No. Knife fights, man. No. Don't get involved. Someone got a knife, just give him the wallet.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, or else you're both gonna die. At least one of you will die. And like, if you kill the other guy, then what? You go to prison for killing someone. It's an absolute.
He wanted my wallet.
It's an absolute lose-lose. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, it's a lose-lose. Just get out. If someone has a knife, just get it. But anyway, that was a super scary thing that I noticed on this like martial artist thing, is that no matter how strong, no matter how good, no matter how mastered, a knife will beat you every day of the week.
It's like, have you seen that Detroit urban survival team, dude? The Dust dude who like that big fucking black dude who's you could have a gun right in your face and it's like right here or like right in his face and you'll just be like
he's like
there was
he does like he does the like hip twist and throws his shoulder and like and just palms the gun away, and it's like, and that is how you disarm a gun. It's like, It's like, what's the karate dude? I forget his name, but he's always he talks about like catching a blade. He's like with the creases. So if it comes in for the neck, you grab it with your neck crease. You grab the knife.
That's the like legitimately he's like a fake martial artist. He teaches all the fake shit. You're like, catch it with the crease.
So it's like the crease in your arm. Yeah, he's like, so you catch the knife right here, right in this joint. It's just so dumb, dude.
But fucking there's this dude called Ian. His name's Ian from Forgotten Weapons.
So like I think I know this. Yeah.
Has a whole channel about like old World War One, even way back before World War One, sort of weapons and shit like that, and up to current sort of stuff. That's just you would never see it unless because he works at a museum, a gun museum, and it's like all these old fucking cool guns. It's some of the coolest shit I've ever seen. He does like real in-depth stuff on them. He was doing like a fucking gag with like about like how to disarm like a guy, and it was just like, all right, so you got a gun right in your face, and he's like, so what you want to do is, and he's like got his hands on his chest, what you want to do is, and then just gun goes bang, it just goes gun bang. All like CGI. I was like, doesn't matter what the fuck you do, you are not quicker than a guy pulling a trigger a couple of millimeters. You're not gonna win.
Give him your wallet, dude. Wait, are you telling me? Are you genuinely telling me that there is something in your wallet that is more important than your life?
I don't know.
Zach, the answer's
no. The wallet itself is 12 years old, Blake.
Yeah.
And I would still be like, damn, I missed that wallet.
Yeah, you know what you could say though? You're like, I have a wallet. Can I please keep the wallet? You can take all the money and the cards. I just want the wallet, man. It's sentimental. Here's my cards. Here's the money.
Fucking cash.
I got I've got absolutely.
I got fucking cash. What the fuck have I got cash?
Don't you love that? I found $10 in my pocket the other day. I put a jacket on because obviously, like, you know, I haven't been wearing jackets because it's been so fucking hot. But I put like a jacket on because it was raining. So, jacket on, hands in my pockets. Yep. Oh, what is this? $10. It's like,
yeah.
It's the best. Actually, it's the best $10 I've ever found. You know what I mean? Like when you find money like that, it is like just then. The best $50 you've ever owned is the $50 you didn't know you owned.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking Kim went through one of my books. I've got like a whole bookshelf just there. I know you've seen it, but like she opened up one of them just to show the kids. It was I think it's like my old. I've got like the big book of all the Sherlock Holmes stories.
Oh yeah, cool.
It might have been that one, or it might have been like the we've got like Grimm's fairy tales, like the whole every fairy tale sort of thing. She opened up, found $70.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? It was like, oh, that's right. Remember we used to hide money in books? I was like, no.
You're like, no. When did I do that? How long has the $70 been here for?
Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, wow, man, $70. That just popped out. And
well, I thought about that weird with the Bible, because apparently people do that with Bibles all the time. They hide money.
Hey.
Look, mine was free. I got this from my
Mine
pastor.
was not.
I got it's the Gideon's version, which apparently is like the most common version given out now, apparently. So,
see, I heard that the New King James version.
Yeah, no, that's the most common. This is also New King. This is the same, but the Gideon's one is essentially they are business people, business Christians, and business Christians. It's like, you know, my business donut. You know, my donut man?
Oh, yeah.
They're business Christian. They donate money to give out Bibles. That's the thing. So they...
Oh, yeah, actually, I think I've seen... I had the stuff at Kapuka. They were all Gideon's Bibles.
Yeah. So these are the most commonly given out Bibles because they are, you don't buy them. You don't purchase them. They are given. So, and like, the pastor at work was just like, oh, I'm pretty sure I've got one around here somewhere. So he just went searching for a while. He's like, here you go, unopened. It's still in this plastic wrapper. Here you go. I was That's just awesome. Like, oh, cool.
How fucking thin? I forgot that
pages?
Bible pages are so thin.
I said that to you, remember? And you were like, yeah, they're really good for cigarettes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. Because, like, let me just preface this entire conversation what we're about to get into.
It's like rice
Let me just preface everything we're about to say.
Yeah.
I have a Holy Bible.
Yeah, and I have New Testament with Psalms.
Oh, okay, so, sorry, I've got Old and New.
Yeah, so
Psalms.
this is only New Testament and Psalms. This is not Old Testament. Yeah.
So I tell you what, right now, just before we begin saying what I'm about to say, Old Testament's so very hard to read.
Oh yeah.
So very hard to
I don't read Old Testament stuff too much, but I know a lot about it.
Never mind the fact that, like, look at all the text.
I know, dude. It's nuts.
Look at all the look how fine fucking print it is.
The Lord said to Moses.
Then he called for Moses. Anyway. The reason why I got the Bible in the first place, my thinking was, I was like, listening to a podcast, a Forehead Fables, General Sam and Papa Pooh. They had Wendigoon on the podcast.
I know the name.
And I was like, yeah. So he does like fucking 5-hour long videos, honestly, nice. About like unexplained mysteries and natural phenomena and stuff like that. And the other thing that is really, really fucking big on is studying Christianity. Yeah. And all of it, like everything involved with the Bible, and it apparently I didn't know this. I did not fucking know this. So there's like hold on, let me just open up this. It's something like 60 books in total. Yeah. Or 72 books for just the Old and New Testament. Mm-hmm. And these were like, the way he was explaining,
books and like letters and other stuff. Yeah. Like there's the letters to Rome and all that sort of shit from what's his name, Paul? I think it's Paul's letters.
There's heaps of stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
But like it was all condensed from like three different committees that came together that were like, okay, cool, this is exactly what can go in the Bible because it's it's relevant and it corroborates itself, right?
Yeah.
So that's just like 70, I think it's about 70 or 60 something stories.
Yeah.
There is over 2,000 stories from the life and times of Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you read the rest of them?
Yeah, they're books. So they're like, for instance, the Book of Enoch, right, which is not in the Bible. Book of Enoch is not in the Bible, but you can read the Book of Enoch. It is a Christian text, I suppose, or a Jewish text, or whatever you want, a Hebrew text, whatever it is, it's religious text. Because the Book of Enoch is before Moses, I believe.
Yeah.
So before the flood, before the Nephilims were wiped out off the earth.
This is the thing of like the fucking like the Quran and the Torah, all of the actual other scripts, the manuscripts that
they all believe in Moses. This is the crazy thing. They all believe in Moses. Yeah, so it's like Jesus is not the like one thing that binds them all together. It's like Abraham is the one thing. You know what I mean? It is God himself. It is Jesus, not Jesus, Moses. It is like all these other pre-Jesus prophets, Enoch and Paul the Baptist and all these other people, right?
Yeah.
Paul the Baptist is not Hebrew. He was like Jesus Christ times.
Yeah.
But anyway, they all believe in the same thing. And just real quick, I haven't actually fact-checked this, but I have heard Jesus spoke Aramaic, not Hebrew. He spoke Aramaic, right?
I have no idea what that means.
Aramaic is like just an old language. It is the language of 2,000 years ago, right? It is like the language they used, and it is what we what's the word? Not transcribe.
Translate?
Yeah, translate. It's what we have translated a lot of the old text is from Aramaic to English.
Oh, right. Okay.
To whatever language we need. And in Aramaic, again, have not fact-checked this. I do want to double-check and fact-check this, but I've heard that God in Aramaic is Allah. That is the word that it is. Right?
Okay.
So Jesus, 2,000 years ago, was walking around saying, praise Allah. He was not eating pork, right? He put his forehead to the ground to pray to God, right? There's all these things that he did that Christians don't do, but Muslims do. It's very I'm just saying, it's very odd. But that's what the Quran says. The Quran says that Jesus was Muslim. That is what the Quran is. It is that the translation of what the religion was back then has been, changed, and that the Bible is the incorrect version of what has happened, and the Quran is the correct version of what has happened. That's all that they are saying, right?
Well, this is what has actually sparked me into like wanting to learn more. It's the thing of like I purely got a Bible so that I could just read it. Same. And just sort of understand it. Like I'm not. It's not like I'm shopping around for a religion or anything.
No, neither am I.
Literally want to read the fucking Bible.
Yep.
Without any sort of.
Do you know what?
It's purely for knowledge.
And and the thing that gets me, and this is what makes me feel like there's like some truth behind it, is in our society, it literally feels like you get made fun of to read the Bible. Like that is what. You know what I mean? Like
it's weird. You go, oh yeah, I'm gonna read the Bible. It's like,
yeah, people are like, why? Why would you read the Bible? And it's like, because I just want. It's a book, and I just want to read it. And they're like, what are you religious now? It's like, why is it? But why is it so bad? Why is that so wrong to be? You know what I mean? Why have we? And it's only in the last 100 years that it's been like this. Yeah. Because if you think, I was talking to Jackie, even my mum and dad, about like how long Australia's been colonized for, like 1771.
Colonized, like since we were made.
Well, since it was landed, you know what I mean, like the
1777.
77. Yeah, there you go. So, and that is really not that long ago. When you truly think about it, it is not that long ago on the broad scale of how long we have been around for.
Fuck, now I've got
to like 200.
1888.
No, it's like 17 something. It's definitely 17 something though.
Because 1776 was the when the Americans got their independence.
And New Zealand was colonized like 1801 or something, 1804, something like that.
But yeah, it was 1770.
1770. Right. Yeah, there you go. I knew it was like 1700s. But anyway, so when you think about it, right? Really not that long ago. It's really not. That people genuinely, it was just everyone had a Bible and everyone read the Bible and everyone was religious of some sort. It's just, that's what life was. Like, you just were religious, right? So, I don't understand how... And the other thing, we've been told that all of our past civilizations were idiots. They were, like, barbarians and... but you know what I mean? Like, that's what we're taught. We're taught, like, they were fucking uncivilized, unintelligent idiots, when in reality, they were more intelligent than us.
I think it's a simpler... There was... You know how you hear that saying, modern problems require modern solutions? There were no modern problems. It was the same simple problem that required a simple solution.
Yeah, it was simple problems and it was like, okay, simple solutions.
My family needs to eat, so I need to go and get the food. Or make the money to go and get the food. There was 3 steps max. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is. And the way we live is, like, I think about this like every day now. Every day that we live, no other human has lived this way.
No.
Every time that we open our eyes and live, you know what I mean? Like, because our technology evolves so quickly, because things change so quickly, because of like what we're doing right now, when you actually think about it, like only 15 years ago was not possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what we're doing right now, only 15 years ago, was barely possible. Yeah. Like, we had mics and cameras, but they were fucking trash quality, man. I remember talking on TeamSpeak with these horrible quality microphones, and it would just be this crackly ass stuff. And there'd be lag between different countries. Like, if you were speaking to an American, you'd speak, and you'd have to wait for them to hear it so that they'd speak, and then and there was this huge delay between conversations of playing, like, if you were playing video games with, like, Americans and shit. Dude, like...
Holy fuck.
But, and now it's instant. It's instant, like, communication.
It's not. You know what's... Oh, yeah, for us, especially it is. Yeah. But, like, have you ever been watching the news? You ever watched, like, Channel 9 or Channel 10?
I do my absolute best not to, but go on.
Same. It's on in the brew room. So we'll be sitting down and watching like Today or whatever, and they'll have like a foreign correspondent in America, and there will still be delay for some reason.
Yeah, actually,
I don't get it.
Yeah, you are right. You're right.
Why? If I can talk to, because I talked to Wizard Hat on this, standing exactly where I am, spoke to Wizard Hat, and there was no delay.
It's almost like they're using the same technology. it's
fucking...
It's almost like they haven't updated their you know what I mean?
No.
It's almost like they're still using the same systems that they've used for the last 30 years,
30-year-old cameras, 30-year-old fucking networking.
Literally.
What could we put underground to make our internet go? Copper.
Couldn't tell you, man. Oh, yeah, copper's the way.
Yeah. Copper's the way. Instead of this weird glass that might break.
Fiber optics. Ugh, yucky. Hard copper. Give me stone and mud. Give me
the bricks.
Take me back to stone and mud. All right.
Oh man, you know what?
It's bad, dude.
Take me back to when it was a string and you'd pull really tight.
And you cup at the end. And you talk into it, and it vibrated through the string, and you could hear it on the other end. I think that's how it's meant to as well.
If only we could find out some way to like hook up some sort of monotone, and it would go beep 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 beep.
Oh, and what we could do is create a series of beeps and boops to make letters.
That's how we'll talk to each other from now on, and there'll be no latency, zero latency.
Yeah. Oh my God, man.
Fucking damn it.
We've come full circle. They have actually talked about putting sails back on boats, so we are coming full circle. We are actually coming.
And it's like they've completely forgotten.
Yeah.
Like they've just gone. There's new power saving
technology,
like wind
powered technology coming out. Sails. It's just sails. They're sails.
What?
It's like we didn't travel around the world for thousands of years with sails. You know what I mean? This is what I meant. Like, oh, dude, I'm gonna get a bit conspiracy around here now.
Let's go.
But in Turkey, they found remains of like these ancient cities and like weird rooms and weird buildings and all these just weird setup things, right? That was, it's all stone. It's all just stone, right? And what this archaeologist was saying was if it was us, 11,000 years in the future, if we left, if we died, if we disappeared, if we whatever, what would be left of what you see here today? The answer is nothing. So what we see here today in 11,000 years will have all degraded to nothing.
Yeah, actually, good point. 11,000 years.
Yeah, 11,000 years. Everything that I'm looking at right now will be either buried or destroyed or composted or broken down or gone in 11,000 years. You know what the only thing that will be left standing, Zach? Is stone. What? That is the only thing. Granite, specifically.
Oh, yeah.
So things made out of granite will still be standing, right? So you think about a civilization of 11,000 years ago perhaps had a lot of perishable items, right? Perhaps their buildings and walls were covered with plaster and fucking studded walls and all sorts of stuff that literally just degraded over 11,000 years, and the only things that were left were the foundations.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is that there's a chance that the civilizations of 11,000, 13,000 years ago, like pyramids, all that sort of stuff, there's a chance that they actually had tech of some sort. It would not be exactly the same as what we're looking at. But there's the same, like, you know what I mean? There is genuine, like, theories that they could have had technology. Someone found a fucking computer. Technically, it was a computer. It's like, I think it's like 2,000 years old, roughly. And what it did, because it was like from the Greek times, it might have been older than that. They found it in a boat, right? And then they did some x-rays on it. And it's like a calculator. It's like a calculator to calculate where the moon's position to like the other planets in the solar system, and according to the sun, it accurately predicted solar eclipses and high tide and all sorts of stuff. Like, that's
very fucking cool.
Yeah, from it's like 2,000 years ago. It was like a gift to like Julius Caesar or something like that. Like that's what it actually was. So, you know what I mean? Like, the fact that they had the intelligence to create something like that, an actual like working powered calendar to show the fucking how the planets operate around the sun, and how it operates with us, and when we'd have a solar eclipse, and when we'd have different types of like weather thing. The Greeks literally recorded the circumference of the Earth by utilizing different stars and different points on the Earth to calculate, the degrees of one point to another, so that they could theorize the rest of the planet, and they actually figured out the size of it. These are literally smarter than us people. And you're telling me that they're meant to be barbarians and that they lived like savages just because they killed each other with swords? We just kill each other with guns. Well, you know what I mean? We just shoot each other with guns. There's no difference. They're the same people. They're just they're smarter than us, actually, to be honest. They're actually smarter than us. But yeah, look, long conspiracy theory over. The pyramids are batteries.
They're charging. They're still charging.
No. They need salt water. They need to be filled with salt water, and they need their caps put back on. According to conspiracy theorists, it needs to be filled with salt water, and the caps need to be put back on the top, and then it will charge the spaceship that isn't here anymore. Because
you didn't think of the smell.
They did. They the people, they didn't die or just they left. They left Earth. They had enough, and they left Earth, and they took all of the technology with them, and they let everything rot here, and we were left over. So that's the truth, everyone. We are an intergalactic species, just not us here on Earth. The other us that are out there somewhere,
Yeah,
with their flying pyramids and stuff.
I wonder, Blake. If our would you call them ascendants?
Think the same of us in 11,000 years.
I wonder if our parallels. I wonder if in 11,000 years they'll still have music.
Ooh. I wonder what that music would sound like.
Such a harsh doorstop.
That was harsh doorstop. That was
like
real harsh doorstop. But that's okay. Yeah. Zach,
I'm just saying.
Zach, talking about music. Zach, this week, we listened to LMFAO. We listened to Sorry for Party Rocking. Now,
dude.
I really like LMFAO. But you know what? I'm gonna say I haven't listened to this album for many, many, many years. I actually haven't. It's been many years.
Yeah, neither. It's been a while.
One thing that I'm gonna say is that, man, the lyrics aged real poorly. In my because every time I hear it, I'm like, literally, it's just about like clubbing and drinking and partying. And I'm like,
sign of the times.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, man, 2010, 2011, 2012, like 2013, those were like the big party years, in my opinion. That is when all music was about getting loose, cutting sick on the dance floor, about going clubbing. That was like club party life. That was peak, in my opinion. Peak club party life, where you wouldn't get stabbed. Stabbings happened very, very, very rarely, whereas they happen fairly commonly now. Drinks weren't crazy unaffordable. Like, you could actually go out. You could actually go out every weekend on like an average wage and still have money for bills.
Definitely people that did. Yeah, 100%.
I worked with many people who did. You know what I mean? Like, and like they still had a car. They were paying off a car. They were renting. They were
I'm actually
saving.
Surprised clubs still exist at this point with the rising cost of living.
I don't know how they do, man. I actually don't know how they do.
How it works.
But yeah, it was definitely a sign of the times of like clubbing, partying. Like, dude, every song is shots. Shots, and more shots. It is. You know what though? That is the only gripe that I have with it. That is the only gripe. That's the only issue. Is that it's all about partying and drinking, right? Which is not actually something that I'm like now sitting here like, man, I want to listen to party songs and drinking songs. I want to listen about, getting sloshed and waking up in the gutter, and I don't want to do that anymore. Call me old-fashioned, bud, but I don't like that no more.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, but really good. What do you reckon? Tell me what you think.
All right, let's get into the nitty gritty.
Ooh, okay.
No.
You're like, I have a 10-minute essay prepared. Let me pull out my cue cards.
Yeah, it's like, oh, gee, I just punched the shit out of my desk.
Nice.
I'm that angry. I'm riled up about LMFAO's 2011 album.
Something like that.
I want to say I enjoy it, but it's a weird thing of when you're listening to it's what you said. It's the lyrics are you're going out and you're partying and you're clubbing and you're drinking. You find all these hot chicks.
Yeah.
And you get naked. All of these cool things. Awesome in a song. Right?
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I don't think you'd play this music and these things would happen.
No.
Have you ever seen there's a yogurt ad that I watched last night because I was watching Max, right?
I haven't seen it. I'll tell you up front, I more than likely have not seen it.
I'm so glad because I can give you the complete rundown.
Sick.
And it'll be a complete parallel to all of LMFAO's like the entire album,
okay.
right?
Okay.
It's an ad for coconut fucking yogurt, right?
Delicious.
And as soon as you pick up this coconut yogurt, you put a spoonful in your mouth, you're transported to the beach.
Oh, love it.
Running on the beach.
Love it.
And then and it's all these pretty ladies, and they're like, haha, dancing, and they're constantly dancing, and then they're running down a pier, and then they dive into some water, and then they take another scoop, and then they're in the back of a Jeep or something like that, and they're like surfing. If I ate that fucking coconut yogurt,
you know that's not going to happen.
I'm standing in the same fucking place.
Yeah, you don't get transported.
I'm going to take another scoop, and I'm like, where the fuck is my Jeep?
yeah. Where's my beach? Where's my beach?
It's the exact same feeling I get listening to LMFAO. You go, man, it was fun to like party and shit like that, but like you don't get that listening to this album. You don't go, man, right now I'm in the party.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's the same thing. If you were to force this like that ad, you'll force this onto other people and be like, especially nowadays, you go, this is the party. And you go, listen to this and you'll be at the party, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
No.
But what I will say is this. Every day I'm shuffling, fucking sick.
Dude,
every day I was shuffling.
Dude, such a good song.
I put it on the loudspeaker at work. I was shuffling.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Shuffling.
Oh, yeah, dude. Dude. And like,
shuffling.
there's other songs on here that fucking rock. Like, there's a lot of, actually, to be honest, like, reminds me of you with Calvin Harris, like Best Night, Will I Am, All Night Long, dude. All Night Long slaps. Hot Dog is a good one as well. Like all the other songs that aren't the main ones, they slap, but they all have the same problem. It's that it's about partying. Literally, you think about it reminds me of you because it reminds him LMFAO of the girl from the party. We came here to party.
The party. I'm in Miami, bitch, is all about fucking getting girls naked, drunk, and partying, and that's the party.
Yeah, best night, party, all night long, party and sexy time with you, sexy time.
Like the name of the album is Sorry for Party Rockin'.
You're
an old man.
I am. I'm an old man yelling at clouds. I'm an old man yelling at clouds.
I'm right there with you. I'm so right there with you.
I fucking love the music. This is the problem. As I love all of the songs, I actually really do. Yeah. But I just feel like it's time to put this album away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like no one else is going to appreciate it unless you were going to the clubs and listening to these songs at the clubs, which is what we were. This is the thing.
Just
not that I went clubbing that often, but I went enough to hear party. Like I went enough to shuffle at the club, listening to the fucking party rock anthem. So
I did that a couple of times.
Yeah, you know.
Now what I want to say is, could you imagine taking this slice of time, right? This as a concept, you take that. You go back in time 11,000 fucking years.
Yeah, dude. It's nuts, right?
Could you imagine, like, listening to champagne showers while you're slaughtering your enemies?
Right.
Could you do it?
Like, it's just...
You could!
You think about this... It's so weird, man.
Yeah.
It's such a... We live in a dystopian fucking world, dude. We really do. Like, everyone, like, you know, back in the fucking 50s, 40s, they were all, like, dreaming of this weird dystopian future. We live it, dude. We're in it. Like, everyone thought it would be, like, super weird, spacey, sci-fi. No, it's like normal, just everything sucks. Instead of some things suck, everything sucks. That's the difference, right? Yeah. Like, that's all it is.
I will say this. I watched a World War II doco this morning. I woke up really early this morning. I woke up at 3:30 this morning.
I've had not like days like that. Yeah.
I watched an entire World War II documentary series. And then the kids woke up. There they go now.
Nice.
I watched this entire thing and I was like, man, it sucked.
Yeah.
All of and I know it's like, oh, hot take, Zach. No, it's fucking like all of World War II just absolutely sucked.
Yep.
Like there were the only good times where it was like, hey, you're like in a tank with your mates, and then it's like, and then the reality is, you're about to either kill a whole heap of people or be killed.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's like the long and short of it.
Yep.
And you know, if you survive, you just got to go to the next place and either kill or be killed.
Yep.
And dude, World War II sucked. World War One sucked. Like it like, and I know it's
talking about the World Wars.
The way I say it.
I'm gonna read the DOS book.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it. You know why? Yep. This is the only reason why. I went, like, I just searched to try and look for it, and they try so hard to make you not want to buy it. That's the whole reason. So, Mein Kampf?
Oh, yeah, the Hitler's book.
The DOF. Yeah, the DOF.
Why is it called the DOF?
Adolf. The Austrian painter. Because they do
Austrian painter, Adolf Hitler.
Infamous Austrian painter. Because they do everything. Like every book company that you can buy this book from, literally slanders the book like nothing else, to the point where it's like, this absolutely should not exist, but it has to for educational purposes. It's like, it's just someone else's like view of a bad world war. Like to say that the Germans were the only ones who committed atrocities is ridiculous. Everyone did. Everyone who was involved in that war killed civilians and did horrible shit.
I'll tell you right now, the Americans made a little thing called the M2 flamethrower, and it's as bad as it sounds. Yeah. It's a fucking flamethrower.
It's a war crime to use it, and they used it on German soldiers. So, and a lot of German soldiers weren't even German soldiers. They were like Polish forced to fight for Germany. So they were getting...
Funnily enough, yeah.
Yeah.
All of that. But they thought, get this, the Germans... So, like, because there's recounts and stuff like that of like these people and how they like were feeling and thinking, and you know, they legitimately thought they were the good guys.
Yeah,
and it's like we have to do all this stuff. We're the good guys, and we're trying to make the world a better place.
I'm gonna be honest. What I mean? I'm gonna be honest. Looking into like my entire life, I've just been raised to be. You know, I shoot Nazis in video games all the time. I loved it. Yep. It was great. Nazis, bad guys. Until like, and again, everyone ever said Hitler just spouted racism. That's all he ever said. He just hated Jewish people. I've actually watched a whole heap of interviews, of speeches, of fucking Adolf Hitler speeches. He doesn't even say the word Jew. No. He literally doesn't even say the word Jew. Like, this is the thing. This is why I hate it so much, right? Is that I don't care if he's a bad guy. Like, he's a bad guy, that's fine. But why did we have to make it seem like he was so much worse than he was? That's the thing. That's the bit that makes me like... Yeah, well... You know what I mean? Like, it makes me question how bad he actually was, because why did we have to make him seem worse than he was if he was already a bad guy? Are you trying to say that maybe it's not an easy fucking evil versus good? Maybe it's not just evil versus good. Maybe there's actually stories to both sides. Is that what you're trying to tell me? That he wasn't some coked up lunatic who just screamed, "I want to kill all the Jews," like I was told? Because I can assure you that's what I was told.
Let me just say this. And you cannot you cannot do any further research or investigation into the Holocaust. No, I mean like, and if you do, you will be prosecuted.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So isn't that telling? You know what I mean? Like, isn't that telling that it's like, it's illegal to look into a thing that it has literally like shaped our entire world. Like we're not allowed to actually look into what happened. Isn't that odd?
Blake. So back to the album.
How did we get to the Doff from? Because I don't know. Anyway.
Holy fuck! How did we get
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
So hard.
Yeah, I know, dude. I know. That was. Right. I'm glad you realized because I was ready to just keep going.
We were talking about.
I was ready to just keep going.
What a fucking tangent. What a segue.
Yeah, sick. I love it. We obviously weren't ready to talk about the album.
No.
At this point, look, Zach, I genuinely, I actually don't necessarily recommend this to people unless you grew up in the time of listening to this in your early adult life.
I wouldn't hand this to my kids.
No, neither would I. Absolutely not. No, this album is it only is relatable if you were clubbing when this album came out. Like I'm not. I'd shit you not. If you are before this album, you probably you would have heard the Shuffle song. You might have heard Champagne Showers. If you were born after, you know the Shuffle song. You might have heard Champagne Showers. The rest of it, you don't need to hear. If you weren't clubbing while this music was coming out, it's not going to relate, and you probably won't care about it because there's other albums.
Unless you're like a music historian.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Or like us. We like listening to new music and shit. Yeah. Like, more than welcome, go ahead, but I actually won't be recommending this to anyone really because,
no.
I mean, you got Party Rock Anthem. And this is the thing.
Yep.
Party Rock Anthem, great song. I'll always enjoy listening to Party Rock Anthem, dude.
Yeah. Because you were there.
Yes, because I was there. I was there when the bombs dropped. I was there. I don't know, man. I don't even know.
Go back in. We can't dive in anymore.
No. I don't even know what to rate it, honestly, because it's such a weird. Because I don't necessarily recommend it, but I like the music. So it was good. So it was good for you, but you wouldn't put it on anyone else. Nah,
that's fine. You can. You know what? That's actually a really good point because I personally. I can get very old. This music gets very old for me.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I didn't listen
I'm going to say it's like a 6 at most, and I would not recommend this to anyone else.
I also was thinking 6.
That's me.
I was also thinking 6. And you know what? 6, honestly, just for the fact that I could always listen to Party Rock Anthem. Party Rock Anthem is a song that I could always listen to, and I think it's like fun and you know, enough to be put into a 700, 800, 900 song playlist, which is what I have.
Yeah.
Like it's in there. It's already in there.
I'd put the Calvin Harris.
Reminds
me of you.
Yeah, because it's a Wooger, I think. It's Calvin Harris is a Wooger song, but then they wrapped
shit,
over
it is too. Yeah. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
So it's just they just said to Calvin, "Hey, I like this Awooga song. Can we just sing over it and we'll do that's us doing a song together?" And he's like, "Sure." And then Reminds Me of You was born. And I tell you what, I actually like the Reminds Me of You version better than Awooga because the lyrics are really cool.
Yeah.
It sounds great. It's just I just can't recommend it.
It's toned down Red Foo and Sky Blue. It's like they're themselves, but they get to like turn down the colour a little bit. Which is nice. It's more from the heart.
It's
as clubby as it is, it's more from the heart. That's
the thing. Like the thing that I think why I don't like it as much is because it just feels like they were selling themselves out to just be mainstream club bangers. Like that's what it is.
It's a whole face.
Yeah, it is. Like it's a whole personality. Like it's a mask. Like you know that Red Foo is not actually his whole being. And Sky Blue is not his whole being. Like you think that all they do is go out and party and club and dance. Like you know what I mean,
dude. Actually, you know what? So
maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is their whole personality.
I was watching a TV show called Tanked, and it's about. I don't know if I've ever told you about Tanked.
Maybe
we watch it sometimes in the mornings if it's on. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like one of those like shows where it's reality TV, but it's, you know, it's all produced and but it's about these guys that make big aquariums, big like fish tanks, right?
Oh yeah, and
this big fucking dude and this other dude is bald, and they run around like, oh, we're two brothers from New York and we moved to Las Vegas to make aquariums for famous rich people. And that's the whole fucking gist, right? So one of the episodes was they made it for Red Foo. And
nice.
They made this fucking like crazy equalizer, fucking like the bars and shit like that going on the back. But it's in an aquarium, so all these fish are just getting strobed out.
Literally, they're party rocking every day.
Dude. And there's DJ, so you can walk up the back of it, be on top of the fucking fish tank, and be DJing from the top of his fish tank. Where the fish tank was, and the room that it was in, max amount of people he's DJing for in that room, 15, 10, maybe. And like, I don't know, man.
It's literally the uber rich for the one time in their lifetime that they feel like they want to DJ from the top of a fish tank. You know what I mean? That's all that is. That's just an uber rich dude who wants to DJ from his fish tank.
He himself, when like he's seen it, he knew that it was like, oh, okay, camera's on, and it was like, all right, I gotta get dressed. Like the whole facade of, okay, here's Red Foo, the LMFAO superstar from 2011, and
who's an old man who just wants to chill out.
100%, he's an old dude now, and it's just like, buddy, you don't have to do this. But as soon as the cameras are back on, I was like, oh my god, it's Red Foo, where's your fish tank? And he comes out and he's like, I fucking love this fish tank, man.
Yeah, he's just like it just cuts to him and he's just shuffling.
Yeah, he's just like, oh man.
Just
and then the whole
hey man, is your fish tank, dude?
The whole fucking end of the show is like, do you remember the dude that wore the big robot like cardboard?
Yeah.
Got like the whole cast of fucking Party Rock Anthem.
Why?
And it was like in that tiny little area, so it's like chicks wearing fucking neon bikinis and shit like that, and just like shuffling, and like the whole neon scene was back for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And we're all sitting there watching it going,
boy.
Oh, man, that was a time, eh?
Yeah.
That was definitely a time.
You're like, aren't you glad those times are over?
Oh, dude.
Hey, you know what sounds cool? Family and a farm.
Alright, let's wrap it up.
Oh, dude. Alright, 6 out of 6. It's a big old mid, to be honest. You know what? 10 out of 10 when it came out. Declined very hard, very quick.
Yeah.
Actually, 11 out of 10 when it came out, dude. I listened to this album like 1,000 times. That's why I told you I could have listened. I didn't even need to listen to this album. I did, but I didn't need to. You know what I mean? Like, I've listened to. I know all of the songs like word for word. Like, seriously.
So did I, and I did the exact same thing. I sung with it the whole time.
Yeah, literally like every single. Like I said, I knew the fucking Calvin Harris song. Like, I knew it was a wooger because I loved this album. Like, I 100%, I listened to this album like over 100 times, easily. Like, I had the CD in my car. I listened to it driving everywhere, dude.
Like,
I fucking hate this album now. I don't want it.
Chill out, Winnie. We're almost done.
Yeah,
right?
we're almost
done. The
gone.
dog is freaking out.
We're almost gone.
All right,
Zach, what are we listening to next?
Zach Bryan. We're listening to Zach Bryan.
Yeah,
the album's called Zach Bryan.
I'm actually going to thank my sister because she introduced me to Something in the Orange by Zach Bryan on Christmas Day, and it hasn't left my head. I have listened to that song like every fucking day, man. It is just on it's the first song I'm on my playlist that I play like when I get to work. Let's go. Hit that. It's the first song. I fucking love that song. And I'd like to know more about this guy. He seems like a cool country dude. He sings like folk country music, and he's got a good voice, and he makes some cool sounds. And I'm fucking excited. I'm excited. So Zach Bryan.
I haven't had anything from this, so I'm down.
Yeah, you're going in blind. You're going in absolutely blind.
Blind hole.
Yeah.
Love it.
There's some features on there. I don't know any. I know the Lumineers, actually, so I don't know the other ones, though. King.
Hell yeah.
I think...
Wait, did you...
Yeah?
Did you know I could do that? Put pregnant.
Oh,
you are? On the Discord?
Yeah, you are putting pregnant ladies up.
No, it's a pregnant man.
Wait, no, it is not! It is not. Is it actually a pregnant man?
Pregnant man emoji.
No, there's a pregnant man. Oh my god, there is.
Anyway, before we go on to another rant,
and there's a pregnant person, because God forbid there be a man and woman.
Guys, thank you so much for listening. If you've enjoyed listening to this podcast, make sure that you hit all the buttons, find us on all the socials, hit the notifications bell so you can keep up to date with all of our episodes. You can find us on YouTube. If you want to watch this entire podcast in video form, you can go straight to our YouTube, the Prod.Cast.
It definitely won't be too janky.
No, it won't be, because there'll be a little bit of a cut here.
Yeah.
Other than that, you can check us out on Instagram and TikTok, where we've got like a new swathe of shorts that have absolutely.
I need to make more.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I need to either pay for the thing, or like I need to figure out another way to do it.
I'll pay.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get that. Awesome. Other than that, you can check us out on Facebook, where you can pretty much keep up to date with what's actually going on straight away. It's probably our second most used piece of social media besides our Discord, where you can jump in and play games with us every night. Play games or talk shit, or make a video game if you're interested. If you're interested in music production, that's what we're all about as well. Honestly, if you're just in there and you're like, man, I'm feeling down, I want some new friends, jump on in. We'll be your friend. I love you. That's how that works. Other than that, if you want to fucking, we don't have a voicemail. Don't ask. We don't have a voicemail. But if you do want to leave us a voicemail, because of course you do, pick up your phone right now and go to the little keypad thing. Press +61 7 5641 1080. That number again is +61 7 5641 1080, and that. It rings for 1 second. Leave a meme, a message.
Tell us about the artificial scarcity of Vienna bread.
Exactly. And if you want a piece of advice answered, you can just do that exact same thing as well.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm pretty sure if you want to see more of beautiful Blake Bentley, make sure you check him out. The Big Beetle.
Yeah.
Check him out on all of his social medias, including YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, where you can follow him on his weight loss journey, his gardening wizardry, or his maybe geopolitical views.
Yeah, so look, I'll be honest, I'm real excited for farm stuff. I'm real excited for not worrying about geopolitical. Like, look, this is the thing. I said this at the end of like every episode. I don't want to talk about geopolitics. I just want this shit to stop, so that I don't need to talk about it anymore. And look, there's always gonna be something. This is the thing. There's always gonna be something.
Yeah, it never stops. The world never stops turning.
The world never stops turning, and the world never stops killing. All right, the world never stops killing. So there's always gonna be some genocide, some massacre, some horrible thing, and it sucks, right? It sucks.
Yeah, it's all bad.
However, once this one stops, I'm removing myself from geopolitics, at least for enough time to focus on gardening, building a farm, and
give yourself 5 years without
just loving life, and then maybe we get back into it. Who knows?
What could you do? You could turn off.
I want to teach people how to grow food and how to live a life that is not a slave.
And you can do that by subscribing to Blake_Bentley TV on every social media that you can find him.
Yeah.
You can also find his music.
We do that too.
Yeah, we also do music every now and then, and we could be doing video games very soon. We'll have to figure out a name for like a dev company eventually. We'll figure that out.
Yeah,
we'll just do it. Prod.Games.
Prod.Games. Literally.
Why not?
Prod.Games. That sounds great.
Why fucking not?
It sounds great. Like, if someone can call their fucking club Shades, like, we're talking about clubs. I know a guy called his club Shades. He called his printing business Shades. Like, he just calls everything Shades. I don't know why, but anyway. Shades Club, Shades Printing Business. I'm like, well, why the Shades? I always wear sunglasses. What a fucking idiot. Anyway.
There you go. That's sweet. Now, free plug for Shades.
Actually, to be fair, Travis is a cool guy, so he's cool.
Awesome.
Well, Zach, what about you? If we want to see more of you, my friend, where do we go?
Switchblades for Kids, all one word. You can hit me up on every social media available because I'm there. I'm all about it. Same with the Spotify. You can listen to my music. It's the same name, Switchblades for Kids, all one word.
Good shit.
I'm on Spotify. I'm on.
We reviewed your EP one time. Do you remember doing that? Like way early.
2020.
Yeah, way early. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Holy
We should
crap.
release another EP and review it.
Yeah, all right. Review our own music. It's the patting yourself on the back of.
I rate this a 10 out of 10. Everyone should listen to it. There you go.
Sure.
I think is that it?
That's pretty much it. That's going to do it from all of us here at the Prod.Cast, including
the entire
myself
team
and Winston, you can't see him, but he's on the ground.
We have such a large
leg
team
off.
here at the Prod.Cast. It's enormous. Like, how do we pay these bills, man? With all this
Every
team.
Every time we cut and we hear like the clapping in the background.
Oh,
like,
dude, yeah.
Another episode down.
Isn't it nice? Just the round of applause from the 100 employees that work here at the Prod.Cast.
God damn.
We're such a big, please. we're huge. Advertisers. We definitely, we're a big team. Lots of downloads.
Guys, thank you guys so much for listening. You're a beautiful bunch. We'll see you next Thursday.
Yes, we will. Yes.
That's gonna be it.
See you in the NT.
Ooh.
Alright, I'm done. It's not letting me...